Hey, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 key differences between real estate hustlers and real estate business owners. And hopefully, if you're listening to me, you want to be a real estate business owner. My name is Todd Toback, and I've wholesaled close to 1,000 houses, and 95% of those were locked up by somebody other than me. In other words, somebody inside my organization and on my team. Okay, now if this is the first time that you're watching me, head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com. I have an amazing assessment for you to download. It's going to tell you exactly where you are in your business. It's called the Next Level Wholesaling Assessment. It's going to take a quiz in 4 core areas: your marketing, your acquisition, your disposition, and your accounting. It's going to spit out a score, and it's going to tell you exactly where you are so you can decide where you're going to go. Okay, I specialize in transforming people from real estate hustlers to real estate business owners so that their business can cash month after month after month without their personal involvement, without them being a slave to their business. So make sure you head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com, download the assessment, and take it. Also, before I get started, do me a favor, leave a comment below and let me know where you are watching from. I love to interact with you, and I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. So just leave a comment below and let me know where you are watching from. Okay, so the number one key difference between a real estate hustler and a real estate business owner, okay? The real estate business owner or the real estate hustler does not want to hire people because they are scared of missing out on leads. Okay, the real estate hustler says, I do not want to hire someone. I don't want someone handling my leads. I don't trust anybody. Okay, and so what they do is they hold on to these leads tight, right? And they think that no one else can do it as well as them. And you know what? You're probably right. But if you are a real estate hustler, you will be a slave to your business. You will be a slave to your telephone. You'll be a slave to your computer. How do I know this? Because that used to be me. I used to answer my phone at all hours of the night. My wife would be angry with me. I'd be angry with me, and I'd be really frustrated. And I would say, this is not what I signed up for when I decided to become a real estate investor. By the way, raise your hand, say guilty if you know what I'm talking about. All right. Real estate business owners, on the other hand, they say, wow, if I hire somebody, I don't have to answer phone calls anymore, and I'm not going to lose deals, but I'm going to gain deals because I'm not going to be burnt out anymore. I'm going to be refreshed. I'm going to have energy. I get to lead instead of do. And all the leads I'm missing out on right now and all the follow-up that I'm not doing right now is actually going to happen because somebody could be 100% dedicated to this. If you are a real estate hustler, I guarantee that leads are slipping through the cracks and you're not following up the way that you should. Making that hire is going to free you up. It's going to let someone else thrive in that position, and you will do more deals, not less. Okay. Number 2, somewhat related. Some people say, I don't want to give up my profit, right? I don't want to give up my profit. I don't want to pay somebody, and I want to hold on to my profit and not give away any money. It's all mine. I want to keep it small. I want to keep it all. I don't want to share. All right. Real estate business owners know that they can do 6 to 7 times the amount of deals, or 10 times, by working with other people and delegating this off their plate and giving away a portion of the profits. They look at this as an investment. They expand and expand and expand and expand and expand and expand and take a smaller piece of a giant pie. Woo! Love that, right? Small piece of a giant pie. And the beauty of this is that that piece actually is not that small. If you're hiring and training your salespeople really, really well, which I teach people how to do. By the way, if you're just tuning in, please head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com and download your Next Level Wholesaling Business Assessment. I transform real estate hustlers into real estate business owners. This assessment was made to gauge exactly where you're at. Okay, go down there, take the assessment. It's going to spit out a score. It's going to tell you exactly where you're at so that you know exactly where you need to go to get to that next level. And I can help push you there. All right. Number 3 is that they, are you ready? Are scared that somebody is going to take their business. They're scared they're going to create, real estate hustlers are scared that they are going to create competition. I'm going to teach this person. I'm going to train this person. I'm going to teach them all my secrets. Shh. Nobody's going to find out what I'm doing. Okay? Believe me, they already know. People are podcasting all over the place. Facebook Lives, courses, you name it. What you're doing is probably not a secret. The key is you are now executing. I can tell you, though, if you're a hustler over time, you don't need to worry about your competition. Okay, you need to worry about yourself because your business will gradually implode if you continue to do everything yourself. The beauty of this is that when you train people and you bring them on, very few of them think that they want to be your competition. Okay, they will come in and they will expand you. And you will now crush your real competition because your real quote unquote competition is out there hustling. And if they are hustling, real estate business owners, know that hustlers crash and burn. But if you're refreshed, if you're delegating, if you're bringing other people into your organization, you're going to shoot up and thrive. Okay, and the competition is going to fade. Very important, by the way, and it's funny. I can tell you that over time in my market, I've been in business since 2001. You know, there's a lot of people have come and gone in this business. A lot of real estate hustlers have tried to compete with me, and eventually, they all go out of business. Why? Because they're trying to answer the telephone. They're trying to meet with the sellers. They're trying to meet with the buyers. And over time, they just crash and burn, and they disappear. And guess what? Our company's the only one left standing because we work together, we grow, we expand, okay? And when the business owner is not doing the work, and he's providing the tools for his team to work, everybody expands. Very, very, very important. The fourth thing, by the way, that real estate hustlers understand that the difference between real estate hustlers and real estate business owners, okay, is that the real estate hustler thinks that they need to learn how to do everything before delegating to somebody else, okay? And this is the biggest lie of them all. If anyone tells you that you need to learn how to do something before delegating it, okay, they're crazy. It is not true. For me, I don't need to learn how to fix a roof to hire a roofer, right? I don't need to know how to fix my car to take my car to a dealership and to have it fixed, right? That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever thought, right? I don't need to know how to clean toilets to have my wonderful team of cleaning people who clean my house every week. I don't need to do that. I'm very appreciative of them. They are better than me and smarter than me in this area. And so real estate business owners know that if they are not talented in an area and they don't like to do something, wait for it, okay? Don't do it. Use your skills. Use your skills, okay? That fourth difference is that you do not need to learn how to do something before you delegate it. I'm going to tell a quick story here, okay? Back in 2012 or 13, I didn't know how to do deals with real estate agents, right? I saw one of my good friends was doing it, and I said, hey, what are you doing? And how do you get deals? He goes, I've got someone calling agents all the time, right? The next day, I saw that he was making like $30,000 or $40,000 a month. I reached out to my network. I found somebody who I could put in that position. Immediately had him started calling some agents. Let him figure out some things on its own. I tried to get him some resources and some training, right? It wasn't perfect, but he got in there and made it happen. He knew more than me, right? But I didn't sit there and try to learn it for him, right? The business owner knew that they're responsible for recruiting and leading and bringing people together to make things happen, not doing. By the way, do me a favor. If you like what you're watching, can you share this with somebody? Give me a thumbs up or a wow. I would really, really appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up or a wow. Or if you have a question, ask me a simple question in the comments below. Okay, now, this is the big one. This is the fifth one, the difference between real estate hustlers and real estate business owners. Okay, real estate hustlers think that if they do twice as much as what they're doing now, they will get twice the results. I'm going to repeat that. Real estate hustlers think that if they do twice of what they're doing now, they will get twice the results. Okay, and that cannot be further from the truth. There is a huge point of diminishing returns, especially if you're doing the work. You fatigue, and what happens is that when you start working harder, this whole thing about grind the morning, grind at night. I work 12 hours a day and every day, 7 days a week. Okay, that's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my life. That's a lie. Nobody can do that. And if it does happen, even if it works for a short time, you'll go broke, you'll be divorced, your kids will hate you, and you might as well throw your business in the trash. All right? Business owners know what got you here will not get you there. Okay? What got you your first 5, 6, 7, 8 real estate deals was hustling. What will get you to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $10 million is not hustling. You need a whole new set of tools. Different skill sets, new capabilities, leading, recruiting, delegating, right? And when you do this, you will now rise. You will rise. You will see from black and white to now Technicolor. Everything will be clear. All right? You can't do what you're doing before and expect exponential results. It doesn't work that way. You need new skill sets, right? And that's leading, that's delegating, that's training, okay? And then bringing people together and putting it all together, all right? Yeah, it's work. It's a new kind of work, though. So do me a favor. If this is the first time and you have not downloaded that assessment, go to nextlevelwholesaling.com and download the Next Level Wholesaling Business Assessment. Okay, it's going to tell you exactly where you're at, and it's probably going to be really, really eye-opening on what you need to work on, especially in those 4 core areas: sales or acquisition, marketing, disposition, and accounting. Okay, do me a favor, leave your questions below and share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Just tag them in the comments. By the way, if any of those that you could also relate to, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, just let me know. Put a number there. Just leave a quick comment, yes, no, or where you're calling from. I would just appreciate them, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Eddie. I'm glad that you liked that. So we got Rod on. He says, Rod, would you say it's best to have some knowledge of the job you're hiring for to know if that person is doing it correctly? Rod, if you've got a little bit of knowledge, that's fine, but I'm talking like a basic knowledge, right? I can tell you this is, if I wanted to learn how to do deals with real estate agents before I hired somebody, and really, really got into the weeds, it probably wouldn't have happened, right? There's always like someday, right? You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to make the move before you're ready. You're never ready. You're never going to be ready. Hiring that person is scary. It is terrifying. But I tell you what, doing that for me and my real estate wholesaling business was the single best decision that I've ever made. You will not thrive if you do not build a team. Fact. I promise you. By the way, I know I'm going to turn a lot of people off, all right? If you want to be a one-man show, if you want to be a hustler, right? Stop. Get off my Facebook Live. Unsubscribe from my email list. I can't help you. You want to be a one-man show. I just can't help you, right? Because the real estate hustler will die. And I don't mean, well, frankly, they might kill themselves with how hard they're working, right? But their business will die. There's a reason why 95% of small businesses fail. And I know I'm extending my Facebook Live, right? And it's not because they didn't know how to do the work, right? The pie maker, the pie shop owner knew how to make pies. He knew how to make pies. But one day, he had to close up shop because he realized that he couldn't make the pies, that he couldn't clean the floors, that he couldn't lock up the store, he couldn't do the books, he couldn't deal with a malpractice lawsuit that someone sued him over, right? He couldn't do it. And he couldn't work on sales. He couldn't work on creating a new store. He couldn't work on getting new recipes all at the same time. Couldn't do it. Right? So what happened? He stopped innovating and stopped growing. And you know what? His pie shop sucked because he never did anything new. His mind was clouded. He was fatigued. And when you don't sell pies, guess what? You go out of business. All right? So the same thing about this. Either you're growing, you're dying. Right? I really want to encourage you. Be the business owner. Don't be the hustler. It's okay if you hustled. All right? You still have to have the inner hustler. Right? What I mean by hustler is that inner hustler has to have drive to work with people and to see people succeed and to try new things, right? You got to move. You got to move and have that hustle inside you, that tiger, right? But you can't do it alone. You can't hustle around meeting with motivated sellers and making that happen, right? You can't lose that guy, but you can't be the hustler day in and day out, all right? So download the assessment, nextlevelwholesaling.com. Hope you enjoyed this video. Had a great time on it today. Share it with somebody that you know needs to hear it. Love you.